Hey, what is up guys? This video is dedicated to racers, and when I talk about racing I cannot forget mentioning about the Asphalt 8. So let's dive right into Asphalt 8 gameplay. Let's start the game. It starts up with the official Gameloft logo, and the first screen seems really interesting. Now we have wonderful graphics right in front of us with awesome audio, which is really captivating. Now we have these multiple options. Yes, so this Asphalt 8 is equipped with a new garage of vehicles. You know, it's most welcomed with dynamic weather, new maps, upgraded physics, which means a lot for gamers right out there. The audio seems really interesting. You know, this audio is getting you onto an environment where it makes you see that you're really racing. And the display, it's supposed to be one of the topmost best of the graphics. I don't have anything to talk about the display. Now let's go ahead. As you can see, it's having multiple locations, gameplay, it's wonderful. So let's go ahead with the game startup. So it's having these different locations. We have Tokyo, London, much more, where it gets you really realistically as humanly as possible. Well, if you want to take Berlinata to top speed, then there is no more blowing around the corners. You know, the physics is wonderful. The braking, the curve negotiation, the realistic graphics, well, it's really stunning. It's giving you multiple kind of like informations. Let me just wait for the game to load. We have the game load with different cars. As you can see, we have multiple cars. Let's switch a different car. We have Tesla, Model S, and we have, let me just kind of like zoom into the iPad. We have Cadillac. Well, we have the other version of the same. These cars are stunningly performant. You know, they have really good performance, and they make a vital difference for the gamer. So, you know, that's, you know, good, really interesting. Let's go ahead with the you know, choosing one of the cars that we want and continue with the race. So it's loading on. Now we have the game to come up. It's really captivating. The graphics are mostly so well built up. Tokyo is the track that we chose, and it's so made that it is immersing us into Tokyo. Look at this. I mean, it's totally wonderful. The display, the graphics, the physics of the game. I must surely appreciate, or at least we must all appreciate, Gameloft for building such a wonderful game. It's really worth your time. You have multiple options where you can work out. Let's kind of like increase the volume a little bit. Well, I think this is sufficient anyway. Yeah. Like I said before, if you want to take that F12 Berlinita onto top speed, there is no more blowing through corners and continuing to build up speed. You have to properly brake, power through the apex, and then you'll give it full throttle. You know, in the previous version, this Asphalt was having really not realistic so much physics, but now physics is made so fantastic. It is made so realistic. Well, with that being said, we have on the opposite side of the spectrum these wonderful boggling sights we can see realistic sceneries. I mean, if you choose some scenery spots, scenery tracks, you can observe it so fantastically made realistic. Oh man, you'll see massive air crazy stunts, mind-boggling slides, and also here's a special instruction for Gran Turismo boys. Gran Turismo boys, eat your heart out. It's so damn wonderful. The game is so captivating. It's really stunning. I must surely give at least a rating of 8 or 9. Let me just know how much you would prefer to give to Gameloft for this game. You can see everything is tracked. The speed, the amount of distance, the car has drifted. As it turns out, the user is the first winner here. Well, it awards us with a wonderful set of points, which is so damn interesting. Up next are the locations where we see some truly interesting scenery, ranging from Nevada to Tokyo, London, and even Iceland. So let's go to Iceland track if it's possible. Iceland, there it is. Now you can see the realisticness in Iceland. It's given us, as you already know, Iceland is a very good place with wonderful, awesome sceneries. So the Gameloft has made it so appropriately to match the realisticness. Alright. You can look at this. Look at the difference between Tokyo, Iceland. We all know Iceland has some incredibly crazy tracks, right? Yes, we all know that fact. And developers of Asphalt has understood the realisticness, and they have plunged into action to develop a track for Iceland, which we are already seeing. Look at this. The airtime is recorded. It gives us a comment, perfect run, which is all so damn interesting. Oh no, we wrecked the car. Well, we can continue, not a big deal at all. Also, I want to let you know, the best part of this news is that some of these tracks will be rain soaked. Seems completely ice covered and even rugged dirtily. It's like I said, it's made so realistic. It is soaked with water, like you just now saw. It's rubbed dirtily. You can see, like this. If you want to talk about Real Race 3, well, that's also a wonderful game. Still, I think I must give, what should I say? Don't get me wrong here. I must give more rating to Asphalt 8 as opposed to Real Racing 3. Real Racing 3 is a wonderful game, which I surely agree unconditionally. Look at this. The tracks are filled with ice. It's dirtily rugged. Most of the fans of the series will recall a certain Monaco track that became extremely popular through online multiplayer. I'm talking about a different track called Monaco track. This epic track is also making a return. Now, however, you'll be able to play with either synchronous multiplayer or asynchronous multiplayer, the latter of which is making a huge impact on other famous games. So based on this, we have competitors that imply asynchronous multiplayer gaming, and that means I'm talking about Real Racing 3, Grid 2. Yeah, so we are here to the finish line. It's really interesting. Oh, well, we ended up to the second position, I guess, which is not bad based on the physics, realisticness. Yeah, so we have some crazy game that's going on. That's really interesting. I mean, mind-blowing technical specs, physics, audio, video. What else should I have to completely get immersed into the game? Well, that's about the Asphalt 8, guys. Now we have got some hardcore racing to do. We'll, choose one more track. Probably, let's say, Nevada, which is also a very wonderful place to look into. Let me just kind of like zoom in a little bit. Wow, look at it, man. Look at the stunning epicness display of Nevada. It's made so realistic. Nevada is a place with you already know. I should not specify, but still, it's kind of like a desert, and we see that implied in this game. I mean, look at the realisticness that they have implied on the game. Look at the way that the car moves. Look at the tracks that it produces. Look at the realisticness. Well, we just hooked up with someone who just banged another car. Now that's what I said. On the other side of spectrum, you always see mind-boggling aspects that are going on. And this too was mind-boggling. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I must surely say, Gameloft has made a wonderful progress. Look at the smoke, man. It's wow. Wait, the finish line. Yeah, that's good. I must appreciate the one who is driving it. Well, that's about the Asphalt 8. That's about the Asphalt 8. We have seen such a wonderful performance in terms of the game's technical aspects, video, audio, whatever. Well, Gameloft is sure to have hit on its hands. We all have loved Asphalt 7 as well as the other versions of Asphalt, and we appreciate another awesome time killer. Yes, I must call it an awesome time killer, not just a time killer. Well, that's a phrase. Now let me just I request you to please excuse me while I go put on my racing gloves and piloty racing shoes. Because you know what? I've got some hardcore racing to do with Asphalt 8. Well, that's about Asphalt 8, guys. Thanks for watching this video. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.